Good morning, everybody. I'm Clint from Princess Craft RV. Today I'm at the Houston location off the Gulf Freeway, and I thought today we would introduce you to the 2024 Kodiak 242 RBSL. Now, this is one of their ultralight series, and I think you will like it. So let's take a look at this trailer. First, some specs. As always, make sure you check the video description for just as many details as we can fit there. But starting out, the length of this trailer is 28 foot 10 inches, and the height with the air conditioner is 11 foot. Now, the shipping weight or the dry weight is 5,137 pounds, give or take a little bit, and the hitch weight or the tongue weight is 568 pounds. As you can see, it has two axles. The cargo carrying capacity in this trailer is 2,463 pounds. And for tank sizes, the freshwater capacity is 44 gallons, the gray water capacity is 39 gallons, the wastewater capacity or black tank is 28 gallons. That beautiful awning that you're seeing in this shot is 18 foot, and the refrigerator in the kitchen is 10 cubic feet. Now that we have those numbers, weights, and specs and all that out of the way, what do you say we go inside and check this thing out? Okay. Let's get that door shut, and it's a nice look and a nice feel in here. Let's start out with the human in the corner. 6'4", barefoot, about 6'5" in my shoes, and you can see I have a little bit of clearance here. Actually, I would say this is a near 7-foot ceiling. It's in that range. Good arm span here. It's an easy trailer to move around. If I look around here, it also has really nice cabinetry, good textures, good colors, easy to work with. I know it's kind of in that neutral family, but this is more of an invitation to me to add my own colors to it, and you know, whatever, pillows or whatever on the tables and whatnot. So let's see what's near the door and check out the features. Okay, so whenever you come into a trailer like this, you're probably going to have an entry light or something like that. That's fairly easy access. Most of these ceiling lights have a push button right there. You'll see the smoke detector here. I'll try to point out the other detectors and sensors as we go through this trailer. On the side of this panel here, of this cabinet, is your gas water heater control. It's a Furrion system. And you also have another panel which has your pump, your porch light, your ceiling light, all of your tank readings, whether it be your black or gray or fresh water, and your battery as well. You have a button for putting your awning out or bringing it back in, and you have the slide out controls for the dine-out slide out that we'll be focusing on a little bit later. Down below, near the floor, there is the converter. Now that takes the shore power in, converts it to 12 volt, which charges your battery, and also distributes 12 volt power throughout the trailer for things like lights and USB sockets and whatnot. We'll show you a few of those. Take a look at this wall right here. I really like these Thomas Paine seats. Now, I am, again, on the larger side of average, if you will. And I do make most things look small, but that doesn't mean I make them uncomfortable. This does fit me rather well, and it does pull out if you pull that. There we go. Okay, this is a very comfortable place. This will be a great television viewing position. When I show you where the TV is, it will make sense. Cup holders, good feel. It was a Thomas Paine product. You have a little bit of storage here. And I didn't hit my head going in. Let's find out if I hit my head on the way up. No problem. Okay, cabinetry, you're going to notice that it's solid wood fronts on the cabinetry, good amount of space. It goes all the way through. It's what you see is what you get, but what you see is good. So I like it. It has magnets. You heard that really positive snap. It has magnets to hold these shut. There you go. Above me, and you'll see this throughout the ceiling, this is a ducted air conditioner, and you have duct work. So I like that because it distributes the cool air conditioned air very evenly and a little bit more quietly oftentimes. And they are directional. Now you got to get your fingers to it, but you can make them, you know, hit the space just where you want them to. If we go around, let's come over to the kitchen. All right, so I'm going to go over to the kitchen area, but before I get too far, do take a look at the floor. It is a really nice faux wood look. It isn't real wood because that would not make for a very ultra-light trailer, but it is a very durable, I guess linoleum vinyl type product. But underneath that floor is a very important point to speak about. They have a floor decking that they call hyper deck, and there's no wood in it. And so it has insulative properties and water repelling properties. So it's a very good decking to have on a trailer like this. Light, strong, and not going to have problems with water. Let's move over here. More cabinets in the kitchen, much like you saw over the seating, the Thomas Paine chairs, and you can get a good shot of what they look like and how well they're constructed. Again, it's just a understandable, easy space with magnetic catches. Good lighting under here, a good sink with a cutting board cover, and the depth on this sink, and it's a real nice kind of brushed look. The depth is good. You get a little bit more space with a high mount faucet, hot and cold obviously. You may have noticed this little gizmo right here, and it has this kind of charging signal on it. So when you're plugged into shore power, you can, if your phone is equipped, put it on there to charge, but it has another trick up its sleeve. If I push it and then it pops up and then I bring it up the rest of the way, you'll see more outlets. Standard 110, a USB-A and a USB-C, and there's a little indicator on here that if you should equip this trailer with an inverter, and so this trailer is pre-wired for an inverter. If you do that, then this outlet will run off that inverter. That changes the 12-volt battery power into 110 for specific plugs. This is a specific plug. Now to put it down, you just push this little tab, yoink, lock it into place. Very good. Take a look at the countertop. It is a really good look. It's a good feel, easy to clean. Is it real marble? No. No, that would be anti-ultralight once again, but it is a good composite product, and I think with these kind of rolled edges, there's no seams around the edging and whatnot, you're going to find that it is durable and it's not going to soak up any water. You know, you can spray down, wipe down, what have you. Let's go to the drawers here. And you're going to see some pamphlets and all that, but just look at the depth. I'll go ahead and show you the next one too. The depth, how far out these come, how they really give you a lot of options for storage. Below that, you're going to find that you have ductwork for the furnace as well. So I really like that. You have ductwork for the air conditioning, letting the cold air come down as it naturally would is good, and warm air quietly coming in to distribute evenly throughout the cabin from lower areas. Really good. Backing up, we have more storage under the sink. It's not as deep because you have, the hoses, if you will, to the faucet, the connections. But we also have Bluetooth speaker. This trailer does come with a Bluetooth speaker, so you can have tunes indoors, outdoors, and wherever else you may want to have it. So, nice little thing they throw in. Another drawer right here. Good size, comes out all the way, easy to see, easy to access. Good click in, and let's come to more kitchen equipment. 3-burner cooktop here. It's a Furrion unit. Good product, solid. You can have the lights on or off, pretty neat. And we have an oven, not the largest, but good for a couple easily. If you plan your dishes out well, it'll really serve you. And then up top, a microwave if you want to be a little bit quicker about it. Now that we've done, the countertop area and whatnot, let's come over to the Furrion 12-volt compressor style refrigerator. And it is a nice setup, good depth to it. The compressor style refrigerators, you don't have the ability to run off of propane. However, you do get more depth and more capacity. Now, I believe this is, I said, 10 cubic foot, which is really good by any standard on a trailer this size. I like the 12-volt compressor style refrigerators. They cool off pretty efficiently and they hold their cold pretty efficiently. Looking up, I do see this little tab here, activate 4G, LTE, and Wi-Fi gateway. So it's already there. It's pre-wired for this, and you're good to go. It has a QR code for more details. So if you're interested, I would say contact your local Coachman salesperson and see if they have details on, you know, what that all entails and how to activate it, what it might do for you. Let's turn around, and we have the control for the air conditioner and the furnace right here on the wall. Easy to use control. Nice little entertainment area. Now you'll notice this TV wall is bare. You have to provide your own TV, but it has a mount here, and that mount will allow you to also move that TV outdoors if you want to watch your shows outside. This little latch allows you to access hidden storage. There it is. Let's see how far back we can go. So there's a good shot of it with your television connections up in the top and just a whole lot of space. This does make for a very good viewing angle from those Thomas Paine chairs that I showed you a little bit earlier. Let's launch that in. Still at the top, a little bit of storage here, and your electric fireplace. And, you know, quotes are useless because it is electric. It's not, quote, electric. But it has a few options, different lighting. You can do different colors on the flames. It's a nice ambiance, and it does have the ability to put out a little bit of heat. So if you don't need your full-on thermos, you're just going to be in this space, you need to knock off the chill just a little bit. That's a neat ambient option. Down here towards the bottom, you'll see that they also have another carbon dioxide and propane detector. Just another safety device, good to know. I did mention that by the entry door, your fire extinguisher is right there. So you are in a pretty good place. Let's move over to the dinette. Over here at the dinette, you're going to notice that the dinette occupies the entire slide out, but it's a good 4-person, 4 full-size adult dinette. It can, as with many dinettes like this, be converted to a sleeping space. Would I be able to stretch out on it at 6'4"? No. Would most average size adults be? I would put maybe 1 average size adult, and certainly kids, small kids, you can bundle a couple up on there pretty easily. It is fairly comfortable. I'd say it's about a 4-inch kind of deep cushion product. Pretty comfortable. This is a 2-pole table, which gives it a little bit more stability and a good space with the windows for lighting, for airflow. They all open, they all have screens, they just slide. This is your emergency egress window. And you have blackout shades on all of them. Projector style, really easy. Neat light right there, it gives a good feel, good lighting. Before we go elsewhere in the trailer, there are a couple drawers, one here and one there, pretty deep. It just keeps on going, right? So there it is, good storage. You need to do something with that space, so there it is. Push that back in. How about we go check out the bath in the rear of this trailer? One of the nice things you'll find in 2 places on this trailer is a sliding door, one going into the bathroom and one going into the master bedroom. It does latch back for travel. Just get out of the way and allow more airflow and light if you need it. Now at my height, I'm walking just underneath that. So again, with shoes, I'm probably about 6'5". That's what your clearance is about. And if I step into the space, you heard that. My hand just hit the shower door, but that's just a bad aim. Okay, not what you want in the bathroom, by the way. Okay, so coming over here, we have a pretty nice setup, a backlit medicine cabinet. And this light obviously can be dealt with. That's a switch on the walls for the backlit medicine cabinet. This one is a switch on here, but depending on the position, you can either just have a standard on-off switch or you can flip it over. And if you were to walk away, this has a motion detector on it. So when you enter the space, it just comes on. So that's an option. More of that really nice countertop, a decent sink area with space around it for whatever you need, cup, toothpaste, what have you. Storage below. It's the same build quality as the main space out there, so it looks really good and it's easy to understand. Outlet for the furnace and an outlet for the air conditioner. There you go. Hooks on the wall for your towel and a toilet. that gives you enough wingspan and enough legroom. I'm going to show you again. 6'4", pretty good, pretty decent amount of space, workable. Now, let's see how much space I have in the shower, because sometimes you lose a little bit of height as you have to step up into them. Follow me. Okay, so that is a 3-piece sliding glass door in the shower, and oh hi, I did have to step up into this, so I lost, I would say, a good 6 inches. However, if I stand up in the middle, there is this, it's not just a vent, this is an actual exhaust fan up here. So I do have a little bit of height. My hair is touching, but it's very workable. Handheld sprayer to use as per usual, or to sing into with your favorite shower tunes. Nice surround. I think it'll be easy to work with and easy to clean, but we're done here. How about we head up to the master bedroom? Welcome to the master suite in the front of this trailer, and it's a nice space. It's a walk around kind of north-south bed configuration, and lighting is the standard for the rest of the trailer. Right above you there's lighting here, the same style cabinets, and it's a through cabinet, so it's one open space in there. You have cabinets on the side. Again, good quality build. There is a hanging bar there, or you can build in your own shelves. If you were to look over here in the corner, you would notice that there are connections. There's a backer plate, and here you can mount a television for bedroom television purposes. Another egress or emergency exit window, blackout shades. Let's quickly look down and then up. The first is down. I have some good storage beneath the bed here. Use it for all kinds of things. And it does have props to hold it up. It makes it a little easier to raise and lower. Looking up at the ceiling, you're going to notice again the lighting, and there is right now just a vent above you. So there you go. I think I would probably put a power fan in there. If I were to buy this, I'd go ahead and opt to put that in. There is an outlet for the air conditioner down there, and there is an outlet for the heater as well. If you follow me back here to the head of the bed, you're going to see on both sides there's some storage and there's some outlets on both sides. They're on GFC protected plugs. So also just a nice space to be in a very nice trailer, which in and of itself is a nice space to be. How about we go outside, see what we can see there. Welcome to the outside on this trailer, and you'll notice one of the first things is this glass door. I'm going to separate it so you can see that it does have a nice full top to bottom screen door. It's your kind of standard fare, but it's standard fare because it works well and has for a long time. You'll see a blackout shade on the door window above. This is, well, look how thick that is. It's probably 2 or so inches thick with a really good seal around it. It feels real good and solid, and it has some insulative value. So I like that a lot. Before I close this door, let me show you this step. It is a very solid but easy step, easy to deploy because it's pretty much on a piano hinge here. And if I bring it up a little bit, you'll notice that it's adjustable to deal with different terrain. So it goes all the way up. I like to clip it in manually like so. It's out of the way, super easy to deploy, and good solid door. Solid, you know the sound of a solid door closing. That's what it sounds like. Handle rotates, so you're good to go for travel. Before I go too much further, let's look at some of the stickers here. It does have a 3-year warranty on this trailer. They have an aluminum bare cage construction. That means that really, where traditionally you would have wood, like 2x4s or what have you, maybe not 2x4s, it'll be too heavy. You would have wood framing all throughout the walls and the roof. There's none of that here. All the framing for this structure is in aluminum. Pretty cool. They have that hyper deck that I talked about inside. Good strong flooring, but it's lightweight and it doesn't have water issues. And it is an all seasons camper, so it is buttoned up underneath, and that forced air heater does push warm air down to where your tanks are underneath, your holding tanks. So it's good to go pretty much to whatever climate zone you want to go to in the lower 48, most of Canada, you know, Alaska, you name it. It's a good option for the environment. Let's look at these other things. You have a 110 outlet. This is your fresh water connection, and this is an inlet for, actually it's an outlet for the cable or satellite system that you would be plugging into if you brought that television outside. So that's their plan for powering that TV, mounting that TV, and showing you good programming. You have your dual axle, and this is a leaf spring axle suspension. I like the amount of clearance I'm seeing. It's maybe not the highest clearance that you'll find across your most overlanding type trailers. This is not really designed for that type of travel, but if you're going to be on more of your dirt roads and things like that, somewhat maintained dirt roads, I think you're in good shape clearance-wise. You'll see some low point drains, and you'll also see on all four corners electric jacks. Now those are not leveling jacks, they are just stability jacks, but they're really easy. Instead of having to crank them down or pull out a power driver, as long as you have power on the trailer, battery power, or you plugged into shore or generator or something like that, you have these switches. And this one switch operates both of the back jacks, and you have one on the front side of the trailer, it operates both of the front jacks. This is the back of your water heater, Furrion water heater. And don't forget that when we started out this video, we had a shot of this really cool 18-foot awning with the LED strip running the whole way down. So if you forgot, scroll back, whatever, let's go around the back. The back of this trailer is pretty standard fare, except for maybe that ladder attachment. It's a Lippert ladder attachment. They call it the on-the-go ladder. It's a telescopic aluminum ladder. You may have seen them around, and they travel so well because they fold up. They're kind of lightweight, they collapse down, but then they're real sturdy when they're deployed, and you can get up to that roof space. So that's really cool. You do have a spray port right here on the back. So if you have a dirty dog or dirty boots or dirty kids, or you yourself are a dirty dog, there you go. You can spray off outside. Standard square tube bumper, so you can store that sewer hose in there if you want. A spare tire, and pre-wired, if you look up there, it is pre-wired for a backup camera. Easy to install. Talk to your dealership, your service center, and you could have that in a jiffy. Let's go around the side. The first things I see over here are the inlet for the 30 amp power cord, and this is not your typical 30 amp power cord. This is just an easy setup for us to do videos. This trailer does come with the more robust, standard, typical RV 30 amp power cord. You'll see inlets for your park cable and your satellite dish, city water inlet, and also black tank flush. And then down below, easy access to your combined outlet for your black water and gray water. The pools are right up here, and so this is just an easy place to handle your tank business. Not that big a deal. I'm looking ahead and I see the slide out. I'm going to stand up here. It is, of course, not the biggest, deepest slide out that you will find anywhere on the market, but it is a good, solid, sturdy system with the 4-cable system and an awning cover, an awning style cover for the slide out to protect the top of that slide, maybe keep it a little bit cleaner. Right up front, near the front of this trailer, you're gonna find this little door here. And you know, if you have that outdoor gear, you have a lot of stuff to travel with, or you have someone you are bringing along who has extra baggage, there you go. You have pass-through storage. It's finished out. It's really nice. It does have an illuminating LED strip on the front, but the switch is on the other side of the pass-through storage. I can show you that in a little bit. Here's your 30 amp power cord, and you have a couple cranks. This crank is if you ever needed to manually crank the tongue jack. That just doesn't happen very often. But if you needed to, nice to have it supplied. The same thing goes for this guy. This crank is pretty heavy duty. If you ever needed to manually raise or lower the electric jacks that this comes supplied with. I don't think you're going to face that problem too often, but good looking out. Thank you very much. Let's move along. The very front of this trailer is pretty standard fare, really, but it is a nice looking fiberglass nose cap with lights on the front. It's a nice, classy, clean look. Easy, and it's a little bit swept back, which allows for better gas mileage, if you will, better airflow over it when you're pulling it through the air. Nice rock guard, it's metal. If I'm coming from the back to the front of the A-frame here, I have a battery disconnect and a tray that could support 2 standard size batteries, whether they be your standard RV marine batteries or if they be lithium ion. If I were to go lithium ion, I would actually add a protective lockable box, because it's a worthwhile, really nice investment to go lithium ion. You want to protect it. You do have 2 20-pound propane tanks under here. I do believe it has the automatic switchover. Yeah, looks like it has the automatic switchover on it. This is that electric tongue jack I was talking about. If you need to access the manual override, it's right here, but otherwise keep that covered so dust and dirt doesn't get down in it. This needs a 2 5/16 inch ball, so keep that in mind if you are seriously looking at this trailer. Make sure your tow vehicle is equipped. Remember that tongue weight as well is well over 500 pounds, so you're going to want to make sure your tow vehicle has a lot of headroom above that so it tows beautifully for you, and you have no worries. Let's come around and wrap this up. We are on the front-facing side yet again. I'm going to open up this storage bin right here after I talk about the solar on the side. This is a Go Power product. That means that if you wanted to add exterior portable solar panels, you are ready to go, and that will help you keep those batteries topped off. You can see the electric jacks for the front, the switch right there. I'll show you this other side of the pass-through storage. Again, it has these magnetic hold open. Nice option. This is a spray hose for your outdoor spray port that I showed you, and this in the box, we didn't unpackage it. In the box is that griddle. Now, if you have any experience with a Blackstone, Greystone, suburban style griddle, this is just a fun way to easily cook meals for yourself and your family and friends outdoors. I really like an outdoor griddle when I'm cooking, and it is designed to be mounted right here. So a good place. You got your awning, you got breeze, you have access, you have a exterior gas port right under here. It's tucked away, which I like. Some of them will stick them out real far, which I'm always afraid it might hang on something, but this guy is tucked in a little bit for a little bit of protection. Before I go beyond this space, there are your light switches for illuminating this space. There's another switch here for illuminating the lights on the front, and there's also some lighting underneath the trailer. It's real hard to see in the daylight, but there you go. 3 switches right inside this opening, and on the wall you have a solar controller from Go Power. So if you add solar power to this trailer, you're already ready to go. And you'll find another box on the bottom here that says inverter prep. If you want to add an inverter to bring power to those 110 outlets when you're really running off of your batteries, that is the way to do it. And it's almost a plug and play style situation. Because it's pre-wired, you pick your inverter, hook it up right there and mount it in place so it stays in place, and you're pretty good to go. Well, that brings us to the end of this walkthrough. I don't have much more to go. I hope that we've shown you a few things to, if this is an interesting trailer to you, you'll be enticed to dig in a little bit more. I do think if you're interested, you need to see it in person though. It is a nice space outside and inside. We do have them here at Princess Craft RV in Houston off the Gulf Freeway, but if there's a place closer to you, check it out in person. For the options, for the weight, for the money, and we'll put a lot of details like that in the description below. I think it's a good value proposition for a good product. It has been a pleasure to show you this trailer today. I hope that you will come back for more video walkthrough tours and let us know what you think in the comments below. Till then, I'm gonna see what else we can shoot a video on.